beautiful.
इसको ना ये जो आइए 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 अंदर आइए अपने इस तरफ खड़े हो जाइए आप कैमरा कैन कम दिस साइड देन यू गेट द आर्चवे हां वो आइए कर कोई जो भाग कौन से ट्रेन में अरे उनका परफॉर्म नहीं हो रहा है यू विल गेट अ बेटर व्यू हियर फ्रॉम दिस साइड इस तरफ है आओ आप लोग बेटर कैमरा में आते हैं आप लोग उस तरफ करिए हाँ अच्छा अदरवाइज यू वोंट गेट अ गुड व्यू
Sir, इधर आइए. Sir, इस साइड आइए.
आइए
Frame आया. Frame से.
Please, you come in the center. You come in the frame also. You come. You are responsible. Come. Please come. Come.
ये कैंडल ये कैंडल.
Can finally. Please inaugurate.
Yeah. With the Ganpati.
So now we finally declared our Grand Archway, the art gallery at Mohar, open and with the great descendant of Raja Ravi Varma, Prince Rama Varma, Thampuram, from Kirdampur Palace in Kerala.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. It is because of the great ancestor, Ravi Varma. That's why I'm
Yes, he's here because of his ancestors. Please chant something. Please chant something.
here or there.
They with the lighting of the lamp?
Small child, but certain. The time they take us will be also. I am the.
Yes.
Your name is Sudi and the real Sudi is also Sudi.
Yes.
He just the Saraswati Sloka. That also for everyone. He created the faces of gods and gods.
Yeah, all are
Saraswati one that.
Thank you. Yes.
Sagama. या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता या वीरावर दण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासरा या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृति देवैः सदा पूजित सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती सा मां पातु सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापहार निशेष जाड्यापहार निशेष
And now the gallery will always reverberate with our voice. With your voice and this respect and sound. Yes. It will become a place of education and learning. So I just want to introduce the reason why this gallery was made, how it was envisioned. So long back, when I bought the Haveli, I had thought of this Haveli because it had so many heritage features. I thought of the entire Haveli as a museum, and we called it Museum of Heritage and Art at Ramgarh. And the short version of that name is Mohar. That's why it's called Mohar as an acronym. So we began with the idea of the whole Haveli, and it still remains our goal, and the whole town of Ramgarh, Shekhawati to become a living museum. That is our goal. But right now it is a creative residency, Mohar. But this part, which was completely broken, it was kacha rasta, all the pillars were broken. Everything was just rubble almost. Or beach mein ek darwaza tha. So the other side might have been used for storage. And this side of the door, the wall in between must have been used for carriages and for parking. So there were two parts in this archway. So when I envisioned this as an art gallery, I removed the central wall and I made it a long gallery of 13 arches. So it's a beautiful archway, and we have just enhanced it and restored it. And we've started with somebody I'm completely in love with, Raja Ravi Varma. In fact, I started my collection from Ramgarh itself in 2016. I found these with the dealers, antique dealers, and I started buying these oleographs of Raja Ravi Varma and Ravi Varma Press. And the collection is actually my collection from Shekhawati, from this region, mostly 90% of it. So this is the exhibition today itself is an ode to not only to Raja Ravi Varma, but to the passion and the collection of the owners of the Havelis of Shekhawati. And their love for Shringar, their love for adornment, their love for art, their patronage of the arts. So it's a celebration of Shekhawati, of the people of Shekhawati, and of course of their collection of Raja Ravi Varma and Ravi Varma Press. And so we are so happy that you are here, bringing the spirit of Raja Ravi Varma today and giving this life. Thank you so much. And so just a few words more before Prem goes to the, curated part of it. Basically, I wanted to exhibit in this not only the oleographs of Raja Ravi Varma, but also the extent of his influence beyond his paintings, beyond his printing press, Ravi Varma press, and how his printing press affected other mediums like porcelain, like clay, like reverse class painting. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग यहाँ से जाएंगे, शुरुआत यहाँ से करेंगे. शुरुआत यहाँ से करेंगे, which gives you a little detail on the Shekhawati architecture and artistic legacy. And then about Mohar Haveli, ये shining example है, ये रुइयों की हवेली थी, Mohar Haveli. हाँ, and so it's a beautiful Haveli with many heritage features. So we have described इसमें क्या heritage features हैं. The terrace is very special. Poli जो है, उसका क्या महत्व था? What was the semi-open courtyard, the top or the chimney, then veranda, the food storage space, the kitchen and granary, the staircases, the tibari. So we have described different parts of Mohar Haveli, and of course the Grand Archway, which is this, which we have made it to. And we have a secret room that's not highlighted, but there you are on top. We have also a secret room. Just through a cupboard in this Haveli, where they would hide their goods or their jewelry or gold or whatever. But they could also go down the steps and escape through that room. Outside the Haveli, if there was an invasion or if somebody came in, they actually escape. So it's a very special Haveli. We want to make it a living museum experience soon, but we are starting with this Grand Archway. And the Ravi Varma existed. We have a timeline here. Prem, you take over.
Yeah. So from here onwards, I'm talking about after 1920s later part, and the press has started industrialization. So these are the plates which were primarily used to produce this oleograph. That is after 1920s. And this is the master plate. On the lithographic plate, there is a gentleman called a colorist used to say. And he used to tell his team which color to fill with. So normally this is coming with 2-3 plates in one master plate. So they print, put a paper on it and just press something with a machine. And that's how these prints are produced.
So if there was 4 colors, there would be 4 plates.
4 plates.
So each plate would print a different part of the oleograph in a different color. So this is, we can get prints, but we can't get plates. The original.
That's also you can get the original oleograph, but getting the plates is next to impossible because it's most of them has already gone out of India, and only a handful of people is having. So Shruti ma'am is one of them who has this as their family here. Now comes the Shruti's favorite part, popularity. This is Shakuntala. It is produced on first print was produced 12th July 1894. This was the first production of Raja Ravi Varma.
Of his painting. First production of Ravi Varma's prints.
And thereafter the Shakuntala Patralikan, it's the same story. Saraswati and the Lakshmi.
Which were the 2 most popular paintings of Raja Ravi Varma, which became every household goddess after Ravi Varma press started printing. So सब घर में यही लक्ष्मी विजय की साड़ी पहनी हुई, और पता नहीं लक्ष्मी साड़ी पहनती थी कि क्या पहनी थी, पर Ravi Varma ने उनको साड़ी पहनी.
King of all told Ravi Varma that your hands are very small, you cannot fulfill the entire demand. Why don't you start the process of oleograph? So upon his advice, he started, his first oleograph was done in Germany. But later when he realized that this technique can be brought back to India, he has taken the entire printing press with 6 of the lithographers, which was initially a German. So this is how the process.
What is the story behind
Shakuntala Janam.
Shakuntala
Shakuntala को लेके वो reject कर देता है.
Menaka Vishwamitra Shakuntala.
हाँ.
Is right. this is Shiva Parivar, and that's described by Shruti ma'am.
हाँ तो ये यहाँ पे ये 4 बॉल पे हमने दिखाया है कि we have shown that this was the lithograph or oleograph of the original painting, but then it went on to other mediums. So this is a Sandoz ad. So advertisement, they will take the lithograph and add the advertisement. And then it went on to art, other forms of art like reverse glass paper. So ECL South Indian का क्या हुआ है? This is done by a South Indian, so you will see the nose is bigger. The middle.
Yes.
The oleo, which she doesn't have. But this is the influence of different artists. But they took on Ravi Varma into their art. So that was the increasing influence of Ravi Varma press. And so advertisement.
Yes.
Again, you see a glass calendar of 1930. It's a calendar of 1920. And Lakshmi was ever popular. Everybody was free, but not through the calendar.
First print was Shakuntala Janam, and the second print, registered number 2.
2.
This is the print number 2, and this is the print number 3, which is initially came from the Ravi Varma press. This is approximately 130 years old. Approximately. And this is again a reverse glass painting which is being done.
Copy to this, but go yeah, but very beautifully done, very beautifully copied. And that's again a Sandoz ad.
Again, it's a Sandoz.
Yes.
Yeah. So a lot of ads of ICI, Vinolia, so Sandoz, all these were, these were done.
So this is Shruti's favorite subject now, Radha Krishna and Shringar.
We have many Radha Krishnas. यहाँ लगाया नहीं, बहुत सारे रवि वर्मा, so many subjects Radha and Krishna, and we have put a few. And here we have the lovely Radha, who is very upset with Krishna, and her friend is manawing her, and Krishna is lovingly looking at her, hoping that she will get manawed. So
This is called Radha Manani. It's 1895 lithograph.
And यहाँ पे you have this, you can see the influence of Europe on Raja Ravi Varma's paintings, because his figures were very inspired by European figures, etc. Though the story is that he wanted to Indianize himself after he had got trained in Europe. So he was wondering, see, I have to make the gods and goddesses and all that. He was trying to find a face. And then he found a very beautiful face of a nautch girl, of a prostitute. And it was very beautiful. So she became his muse. And all the gods and goddesses, all the Lakshmis and Saraswatis are based on the face of that prostitute, which we have in all our homes today. But because she was so beautiful and so pure. So, अब यहाँ पे देखिए ये यूरोपियन इन्फ्लुएंस है, ये सारी औरतें अलग-अलग पोज में, अलग-अलग बॉडी लैंग्वेज,
किसी का फेस किसी से नहीं मिलता,
इसी से नहीं मिलता है. तो अब इसकी भी कॉपी रिवर्स ग्लास पेंटिंग में देखिए. So the same, ये ऐसे करिए ना, ये हाथ करके, तो इसमें भी वही आ गया. So these are the influences.
And then
we come to his
depiction,
wonderful depiction of women. So this is a very famous, most famous painting by Raja Ravi Varma, Mohini. इसके भी बहुत सारे lithographs बने हैं, बहुत famous है. फिर वो है मंदोदरी. This is Hans Damayanti संवाद. और ये है आपके It's a story from So they have, I gave them many more lithographs, पर इन्होंने थोड़ी कंजूसी से लगाई हैं, और next slot में और आ जाएंगे. These are the lovely women of Raja Ravi Varma. So we've used the big wall.
Yes.
Because he painted so many women, and he painted women in all their aspects, their strength, their vulnerability, their shringar, their grace. So all his women were very graceful. Sometimes very coy, sometimes very open, but they were all very graceful.
And especially this painting, Vasanthi.
Basant.
It's very beautiful.
Yes.
Vasant.
Vasant,
Nature.
just do
She is representing the nature.
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 Right now.
What a beautiful color combination.
Yes. And that is Sita. Look at the contrast. Sita, very sad, wistful. In Varma. तो इसकी एक्सप्रेशन आप देखिए कैसे वो राम के सोच में ही है the very grateful Tilutama. This is the modesty. This is called modesty.
Modesty.
Where she's hiding her parts.
Yeah.
This is common women he saw. And this is called Malabar lady.
Malabar
He saw a lady and he like what she saw, so he played with her. So I say
Kerala, Kerala.
This is
So यहाँ पे भी you have she's called lady playing the sitar. Yes. And you देखिए ये हवेली side. Grand Archway. So these are some lovely. This is the Nidika and Shekhawati. वो है हंस गगनती संवाद अच्छा ये है five powerful women.
Yes.
This is Ahilya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara and Mandodari. So the five powerful women.
5 pillars.
Yes.
Wow, this is absolutely very cool.
Yeah. So lovely. This is another beautiful
Shringar Rasa.
This is Shakuntala looking back, pretending she has a thorn in her foot. To look back at Dushyant. Saw it for the first time.
Yes.
So she's pretending she has a thorn in her and looking back. And this is Miss Empty Vishwa. That's
So demure we have painted.
yes, and all these ladies have such amazing expressions.
This is Chitralekha.
Ah.
She's writing a letter to Krishna's.
Krishna. Krishna का photo है यहाँ. Right.
And she's explaining what she has seen in the dream.
She has a dream and she
Sister. And she's painting based on the description she's given. Chitralekha was dealing with some kind of imagination of Lord Krishna, and that's how this entire answer is.
So this is, they show all its women, that is Shringar Rasa, they had written about it, that was the theme of our festival. They cover the transformative role played by Ravi Varma Fine Art Lithographic established in 1994. And so, now what did he show? The lithographic portion of Europe required up to 16 different stone, etc. So this was a little bit of how that. And यहाँ पे आप देखिए जो that he depicted so many emotions. So this is Radha Vilas. Radha in full form enjoying the love of Krishna. It's called Radha Vilas. That is Vasant Sena. This is Arjuna and Sumatra. And
This is Sulabha and Prabhavatan.
And these are stories from Indian culture. Raja Ravi Varma traveled all over India to understand India and to understand its stories and epics. So he learned so much and then he
Your face should be.
This is beautiful. This is his impressions of daily life. So this one is called There Comes Papa. So there's a woman with a child and she's pointing कि देखो पापा आ गया वो भी देख रहा है वो look at the dog. Dog also looking कि आ गया. But the dog is very European. I can see the European, even the lady.
That's special. The golden thing is daughter. The almost a daughter.
Oh, to be with my daughter and cancer. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. That's fine.
And this is the famous Draupadi Varma.
Draupadi Vastra.
Just spoken here.
And that painting, that this Here Comes Papa,
Ah.
it got the international Puraskar 1893 in Chicago.
Oh, for this one.
For this one.
Acha. It's a very rare one. इसका लिंगुराट मिलता नहीं है जल्दी से.
It's very cool.
It's so pretty. Yeah, the hand. Just one little gesture. One little
It's
gesture.
done in Burma. It's
I think a Burma dress.
Burma dresses.
If you were they were Burma dressed because they could not this thing.
And it's something like that, then if you touch it, the hand is going to break. So you have to be very careful. So from here onward, Dhurandhar is the disciple of Raja Ravi Varma. Their friendship started with this painting.
Oh.
And Ravi Varma liked it. And thereafter, Mr. M.P. Dhurandhar has taken Ravi Varma Press into a different light. In 1906, Raja Ravi Varma
Burma died.
died.
Ah.
So from that onwards, he became the main source of inspiration for the entire Ravi Varma Press. And some of the beautiful work which is collected by Shruti is displayed here. See, maybe Shruti, you can.
So we started Dhurandhar section here, and so you see Mahishasura, and this is a very rare oleograph and a very big size.
This is
Shriram
1905.
Vivah. Shriram Vivah. So Shriram Vivah, now you see the detail. Every sari is different. Penawa is different. Every face is different. And such vibrant color in this, And इतने होते हुए भी Ram and Sita are standing out.
अलग दिख रहे हैं देखो.
अलग ही दिख रहा है तीन से, है ना? और पूरा procession अयोध्या ये सारा दिख रहा है. So beautiful, but because he was influenced by Maharashtra, and he's
First Patari Pucha. And this is the postcards he's made for a gentleman called Dada Saab Phalke. He used to have a press called Lakshmi Press. And from here onward, the transition from Ravi Varma to Dhurandhar, Dhurandhar to Phalke. And from here onwards, the Indian industry, film industry expands.
because they started creating illustrations for the film industry. But Dhurandhar became very famous as a commercial artist, and he used to paint a lot for commercial purposes and for social messages also.
Yes.
But this one particularly is about a maid rechowing the boss. That postcard which show that this is a coquettish maid servant. This is a set of postcards called coquettish maid servant. And this is Nal Damel. It's also a very beautiful one, and he has to just let her go. While she's teaching, he just goes away. So this is a beautiful, very famous one again. Ram Raja Abhishek. Very famous one. This is Ramdev, Shivaji and Ramdas great. Shivaji Ramdas great.
Yes, spiritual beauty.
Spiritual guru, and so beautiful one. And this is Shivaji with Subedar's daughter. So when he conquered, one of the estates or one of the kingdoms, they got the Subedar's daughter as a gift for him. So he said, "नहीं इनको एकदम respect से वापस अपने गांव छोड़ के आओ है क्या कौन?" So this is that scene to show the character of Shivaji. So this again we have one of the influence of Ravi Varma into ads. This was an ad of a Magnolia soap which came from England, which is now no longer there. But it showed how the soap was sold in India with the picture of Saraswati. Now this is the other artists of Ravi Varma Press. So this is again a Dhurandhar. This is Dashrath Kekai, painted by Dhurandhar. And this is another very famous artist who was published by Ravi Varma Press, who's called G.V. Venkateshwar Rao. And he was quite influenced by the South, by the Tanjore style also. And his are very Indian looking. He doesn't have the European influence in his paintings. So that is G.V. Venkateshwar Rao. There were others like Ramanujam and many others. And this is another fabulous painter who was also printed by Ravi Varma Press, which is A.M. Mali. So he was also a beautiful artist who was.
This is again Shakuntala and this.
No, this is what is it?
Was
Vasvalna. I don't know exactly what it is, but this is, I think, the saint coming to take the baby.
yes, and this is Kekai with
That is
that.
KK, of course. KK, that's when she hears that Ram is going to Ram. And then here, this is about kings and queens painted by Raja Ravi Varma. And this painting I got from Ushaji's Haveli. Original. I lived there for more than 100 years. And this is one of the rarest oleographs, you will agree, of this size. We hardly get, this is 24 by 36, this size. You rarely get this size. And even when the framer saw this, he said, my God, you can still see the oil on this oleograph. It's such a fantastic oleograph. And this oleograph is made at the end of the 1800s. So it is more than 130 years old.
Yes, sir.
And this was Burma dressed. So if you see the fold of the sari, you can come closer and see it. If you see, oh my God, how beautifully it was sent to Burma to be dressed, and then it came back. So the costume, the shoes, the sari of the Rani, the details at the back, stunning. Intact has valued this at 25 lakhs. Yes. So even imagine a print now, an oleograph is selling at that much.
Yes.
The original paintings are selling at 30 crores. You know. So, and so he painted all these kings and queens. This is the Maharaja Gwalior.
Sorry, that was.
Baroda, yes. And this is Noor Jahan by Ravi Varma, and this is again the Maharaja of Mysore.
Yes.
This is the original oleograph which got Burma dressed.
Okay.
This is the Limbadi, this one thing.
See the pleating, how they've got it. How beautiful. With that of her. Wow. Look at the colors, the orange, the green, the background is.
You should not find these kind of a clothes from. Goes on beyond repairable.
This belong to some of your ancestors.
Yes, yes.
This and this was in another Haveli of Ramgarh.
Acha.
There was Usha Pudar something.
So
She sold it. She sold it.
Acha.
Oh, wow. And look at the.
But this is
ये कितना बड़ा साइज मिलता है 36 by 24 नहीं.
And so these are just pictures of theirs, more of them.
These are all different kings. Kings, the royalty. He painted royalty. This is just like some of the others.
Going in and out like that.
Yeah. Look at the way the.
Or the Jessup pleats came. So then the oleographs painted. Yeah, so it used to go to Burma.
Yes.
And then it used to
Get rest and come back.
It used to take at least 2 months to get them properly
Dressed and sent back.
And now these silk is not available.
And this is actually Chandika.
Burmese silk and velvet.
You see the Zardozi and it's actually real silver.
And it's real velvet.
Yeah, it has not faded. The
No,
color.
and
More than 140 years, you know. This is the Baroda Maharaja. So people who he associated with, he painted them. We are missing here many more of our oleographs on Ravi Varma's Mahishasur Mardini.
Yes.
It also went into controversy and all that.
Even the time you were complete, made that side, but
Yes.
there is no
Wait.
space. But you keep thinking whether it's clean.
Yeah, you know. Yes, मेरा कलेक्शन मैंने शुरू किया था 2017 में 17 में तो साथ से होते होते ये तो मेरे कलेक्शन का this must be like less than 1/10 of मैं उसको अपडेट करके लाए थे इसके अंदर वीडियो पर लगाए
अभी कर रहे हैं अभी भी कर रहे थे
and definitely about reframe also. And also in the bedroom of bigger and check so systematic so it are there. I'm not writing those things.
should be
Yes, the original thing. You can come forward and put here and get that.
all the car out yeah
With the he should put some yeah. Which he has not put ऐसे ही करना है. It's not that वो उसको visualize करना है. So what I was talking about like over here, you see so that checks over here. So that way with the fold and the feet. और ये रोज़ तो बिल्कुल सिंपल नहीं है. समय की जो मेरी होती थी उसमें ये ज्यादा ही खूबसूरत हो गई. बाकी जो होती थी उनसे ये बहुत ज्यादा क्वालिटी जो टैलेंट वो तहजीब थी बहुत तहजीब से जीत
अच्छा कलेक्शन
ये लड़कियां पीछे को बोला
structure. And these people were Warma'S, they were like human beings, but they used to have a mukhota. And that's why they got Warma'S. You show up feathers, they that he used to the tiger was a human being. Not a woman.